Hello, this is Diana. This is my Trailblazer of the Universe YouTube channel. On my channel, I'm helping you fearlessly and unapologetically live your best, most authentic life. I'm helping you break through your barriers and transcend any limitations you may have. If that sounds good to you, make sure to hit those like and subscribe buttons. So today's inspirational message is to be mindful of what timeline you are focusing your energy on right now. We see that there's a lot of chaos going on right now in the world. Nothing really new, but it seems like some of the events that have been going on recently on many different levels are very polarizing events that are trying to get you to think and feel a very specific way on one end or the other, right? And remember that your energy flows where your attention goes, right? So notice the things that are going on in this world that are trying to emotionally get you invested into something, right? Whether it's putting you in fear, whether it's picking this side or this side, this candidate or this candidate, or want to make you feel really good about making this choice on this end of the spectrum, or feeling really bad, right? You see a lot of things are trying to pull at you right now. And that's on a collective level and on an individual level. Especially if you're in a stage where you're trying to heal more, improve, make some positive changes, you're going to see a lot of things try to pull you back into your old self, right? And that's part of life. Regardless of what's going on and what's going to continue to go on, you have a choice on where you're focusing your energy. Especially if you're an empath, it can be easy to feel the emotions and the issues of others and all the chaotic energy, right? In order to detach from that, you gotta do more self-care. You have to do more things you love, that you're passionate about, because you can easily get sucked into that too. And I'm never saying that you should not feel how you feel. There is a lot of heavy energy going on, but what you focus on is going to expand. So if I'm focusing on all the evil, the doom and gloom, the fear that's going on in the world, that's what's going to show up in my reality. That's what I'm focusing on. For example, look around the room you're at right now. Focus on the blue. So how much green was in the room? You weren't even focused on the green, not even noticing the green because you're too focused on the blue, right? So similar to that, where we're focusing our energy on, they're just going to pop out to us in our reality. There are things that are being put out in the media, even on social media, right, that are popping up in your algorithm. Pay attention. There's a lot of things that are really trying to polarize you on one side or another. A lot of that's causing more separation consciousness. The whole consciousness shift and frequency shift that's being discussed, that's going on right now, is about raising your consciousness and your frequency above what's going on. Stepping more into the heart space. Working together. More unity consciousness. Not separation. All those things that are trying to polarize you in one direction, they're trying to separate. Because when we can separate and turn people against each other, it's a typical conquer and divide that's been going on forever. A lot of people are waking up to that now. So, being aware of all that, you have to be mindful of where you're focusing your attention and energy. Don't get what I would like to call lost in the sauce. That's on a variety of different levels. There are also a lot of things out there that are put out to lower our vibration to kind of cloud our judgment on many different levels, whether it's substances, like drugs or alcohol or food, even content to dumb us down, right? I mean, I could go on forever on that, but I'm not really trying to even focus so much on that. Let's just say there are a lot of things that are going to try to pull you in different directions emotionally. They're going to tug on your heartstrings. They're going to make you angry so they can separate you, put you in a different category, right? And polarize you one way or the other. You want to shift to the optimal timeline, you have to be mindful where you're focusing that powerful creative energy. You are a powerful creator. So powerful that the quote-unquote forces on this planet are trying to siphon your energy to create the reality that they want. So take your power back. Start to focus energy on the world that you do want. Focus more on love, harmony, unity consciousness, not separation. It's okay to have differences with other people. That's perfectly fine. We don't need to be like everyone else. You could think differently than someone else. You can feel differently than someone else. Just because everyone else is in a state of chaos doesn't mean you need to be. You have to be the change you want to see in the world. If you want more love and harmony in the world, stop focusing on all the stuff that they're putting out to put you in fear and chaos and turn you against your own neighbor and everyone around you, right? Start to focus on the reality you do want. And if things are trying to tug at you emotionally It's okay, acknowledge it. It's okay to feel the way you feel. I'm always saying you should never suppress your emotions, but don't stay there. Because the more you focus your energy, your emotional energy, and your mental energy, it starts in the mind first. That's you're going to keep seeing your reality. Just like an algorithm on social media, right? So whether it's Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, whatever you're giving your energy to, that's expanding more, right? It's going to keep coming in your algorithm. So if you're giving energy to the hot Tua girl, if you're giving energy to all the BS with all the politics going on, all that nonsense right now, and all the quote-unquote conspiracies, and I'm not saying a lot of stuff isn't true, like a lot of this stuff is true, but it is what it is. If you want to keep focusing yourself into that energy, you can have a mental breakdown. I've seen people firsthand, and I've experienced it myself, go in like a psychosis when you focus so much on all that. As an empath, I can feel into that stuff too really easily. It's easy for me to go down like a rabbit hole and kind of like not feel mentally well for a little while and go on in the world and like almost like feel weird in the world around me and like not want to go out. I've gotten in that energy many times, but I realize a lot of the energy is not mine, and I can choose where I want to focus my energy. And that's cool. People are going to do what they're going to do. Things are going to happen when they're going to happen. Everyone has their free will on this planet, right? So you have to kind of let people go off and do what they need to do. You do what you need to do. You can't really control a lot of what's going on right now. The only thing you can control is how you respond. And they are trying to get you to respond in a certain way to create this timeline, the kind of timeline that you don't want to be in, that you don't want to shift to. So be aware of what's going on, but don't get sucked into it. Don't get caught in the emotion of things. Don't let your mind take you to the circus. Like, it can take you pretty far out if you allow it. When you find yourself going a little too far out where you're not feeling well, like mentally, it's a time to take a step away from whatever that is you're watching, whatever that's making you feel that way, and take your power back, ground yourself, up your self-care, get fresh, like, stabilize yourself. There's a lot that's going on right now. You can get stuck into some stuff that you don't want to get into. You can go far down these rabbit holes and get into a bunch of chaos and end up in a really bad situation that maybe isn't even yours. When we get too sucked into what's going on with other people and the chaos of the world, sometimes we even do that to avoid our own emotions or uncomfortable feelings. Just take your power back as a powerful creator and focus that powerful energy on the world that you do want. It can be very hard. We're all going to be tested on many different levels right now. I'm being tested too. And I have to kind of take a step away sometimes to regather myself and to ground myself a little bit. I can be pretty extreme at times. Just be mindful of where you're focusing your energy, what you're giving attention to, because that's the timeline you're going to shift to. And is that what you want to shift to? I know sometimes we like the chaos, we like the excitement, drama, right? But so you get back the energy that you put out, and you also get back the energy that you focus on. But if you're continuously focusing on this negative reality or the doom and gloom in the world, so if you're feeding your mind with all that poison, as I would call it, anything in excess can be poison, and then you're feeling that way, it's getting you in a low mood or maybe a fearful mood or anger, whatever, emotionally disturbed, and then you're going to act based on that, and then that's going to shift you to a certain timeline, a certain reality, right? Like, what's more dominant in your vibration? What's more dominant in what you're focusing on? Whatever's more dominant, that's what's going to be reflected back to your reality, and that's the time you're going to shift you. Try to make choices that are healthier for you and that prioritize your well-being despite what's going on in the world if you want to shift to your optimal timeline. That's all I have for today. If you like this content, those like and subscribe buttons. I also have a Facebook group, Instagram, a TikTok, and 2 podcasts. The links are in this video description. I offer coaching as well, so if you need intuitive guidance to help motivate and support you on your healing, spiritual, and our self-improvement journey, my contact information is in this video description. Have a good day.